like this whole time. But anyway, so people are selfish to the point that they're like.
By the way, you guys came in like
you came in
like mid conversation.
Sorry. So people are that the type of people that I seem to come in contact with more frequently than others is the type of people that are like they'll act like they're gonna have a conversation with you, and then they're gonna like veer off, and if you start talking about yourself at all in any capacity, they don't care. It's all about them. Like, all right, well, let me tell you about my life and how I can one up you on that. Or whatever, like, dude.
It's always about the one-upping.
Yeah, and I'm like, and I listen most of the time. Like, I'm like, yeah, sure, okay, I'll listen and that, because I try not to be rude. But like, whenever you try to like, if you try to say anything about yourself, I realize people don't care. They do not genuinely care. They want to segue the conversation back to them, so that they can talk about their life. And
that's no joke.
Like I've noticed that, and that's why I really just don't care to talk to people. Because I'm like, I'll listen to you, man, but. If you want me to listen to you, you have to listen to me too. And if you're not going to listen to me, then what's the point?
Right. So it's a very shallow friendship.
Yeah, I mean, I'll listen to you, man, but you got it's just like respect. It has to be mutual, and for a lot of people, it's just not.
That's why I don't even talk about myself or my problems. There's like one person. Mm-hmm. I can count on one finger how many people I go to when I've got, I don't know, something really I need to talk to somebody about.
Yeah. I feel you there.
Because I know that they're going to be the only person that gives me the kind of attention.
And the sad part is I feel like a lot of times people go to the wrong people for advice and conversation like that, because whenever you go to somebody, people are always looking for, people already have it in their mind what they want to hear. They just want somebody to say it. That way it confirms exactly what they're feeling.
Oh, yeah. They just want a sounding board.
But the thing is they always go to that person that they know is going to say exactly what they want to hear, instead of going to somebody who is biased. Or, I mean, not biased, but...
going to tell you what you don't want to hear.
No, it's not even that they tell you. They give you an honest and a non-biased opinion. Like, all right, well, you come to me about your problem. I'm going to tell you exactly what I think you should do, not what you want to hear. So, and I like people like that. That's why sometimes I go to people this is why sometimes I have that conversation with other people. Like, what do you think, man? What should I do? That's why people think I'm an asshole, because they come to me and they ask me for my advice, and I'm like, I give them an honest answer, and they don't like it. I'm like, well, you asked. I'm giving you an honest answer. I'm giving you what I think you should do,
Whether you like it or don't.
If you come back at me or whatever, something don't work out, well... My bad. I told you something that you shouldn't have done, but
exactly.
I don't ever want to give somebody some fluff answer, and then it makes it worse.
Yeah.
I tell you what I think, and I mean, like I go to Jeremiah with pretty much everything, because he knows me better than anyone, and like he can give me.
Jeremiah is a very honest person.
Yeah, and he doesn't
give a shit about what you want to hear. He's going to tell you what you need to hear.
He doesn't really interject.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Until you ask him to.
Right, like he'll just listen. And then, like most people, like you said, they're in it they've got some kind of selfish reason for listening to you. Mm-hmm. And, if you can find that one person that doesn't, then kudos. That's the person you should talk to.
Right, exactly.
And I'm not saying that anybody else that I would talk to.
And it's hard to find people like that, because most people are going to tell you what you want to hear.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say that.
Will tell you what it is.
That's how it should be, though.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's
but if you got a friend like that, the last thing you want to do is disown that friend.
Yeah.
Right.
You want to stay friends with that kind of person, because that person will always be honest with you. And it's hard to find good friends like that. You know what I mean?
I told Jeremiah that the only reason I chose to have children with him is because if anything ever happened and we split up, like, I know we could co-parent.
You could get along.
My kids would
I could see that.
Yeah, my kids would not have to deal with things that I dealt with growing up, where it was like, we
hated each other.
We liked each other enough to have a kid, but I fucking hate you now. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want that.
That's
for my kids.
that right there is 90% of divorced parents and things like that.
Or parents that were never together.
Yeah, that's just.
I just don't.
Actually, I take that. That's probably like 98% of them.
That was one of my things. Like, whenever people would be like, "Why don't you have any kids?" Because I haven't found somebody that I want to have kids with yet, and now it's a choice.
Yeah.
Like, there is no. Oops, I'm pregnant for me. Like,
yeah.
There is a choice here.
So my mom and my dad, they got divorced when I was like 2.
Yeah.
Whenever they divorced.
Yeah.
And so I never knew them together. And to be honest with you, I've never known them to have a conversation. I've never seen them speak to each other. Nothing. If they did, it was while I wasn't around. Like, because I had never seen them speak to each other.
Hey, I'll tell you, my mom was great with my bio dad. Like, I never knew. It never came out of her mouth that he was a bad person. It came out of my mouth first.
Right.
And then she was like, okay, well,
I can't say the same. My mom did nothing but badmouth my dad.
Yeah, my mom never did. She never badmouthed him. She never said a bad thing about him until we were old enough to
My mom
make up
hated
our
my
own
dad.
minds.
But my dad always hated my mom, but he never had... My dad never said two bad things about
Grandma
her.
said bad stuff about most people, though. So, like, she'd be like, that guy's out there fucking washing his car again. It's clean. Like, I love my grandma, dude. She was, like, the nicest person in the world. You know this. But, like, if you crossed her or you gave her a reason, Jesus Christ, you never heard the end of it.
I remember the first time she met Joseph. Why the fuck's that boy got fingernail polish on his nails? Is he gay?
No, I tried to tell Grandma, like, that's just, like, everybody does it.
It's
like,
the style right now.
Everybody did.
Yeah.
That was Grandma, though.
Oh, yeah,
polish and eyeliner.
Yeah.
Grandma, that was just a thing, though. You know, like, that was that generation.
Yeah.
Anything outside of, you know, the norm or whatever, it was like, you know, like...
She was that way towards
it's
most
that
of
way
your
still.
Yeah, she was like
friends.
that with most of my friends.
It's
like,
still that way today. It's just different in different cases.
Dude,
like
if you walk down by the middle school with just a hoodie on, like, you're getting called emo and asking, like, if you're suicidal. It's bad.
Do you tell them yes?
it was.
One time I did.
The
yeah,
funny
I was
thing
walking
is,
down-
emo meant the same
or
thing
like-
whenever we
It
were in
did.
high school.
Or like,
It
Well,
did.
yeah,
like-
that's the thing. Like, you know, you had the different, I guess, cultures within that certain group or whatever, but, like, you know, you had the goths, which were the happy ones, right?
That was
Like,
us.
Yeah, that was
That was
us.
us.
Listen,
And then-
listen. If you have a hoodie on and your nails are painted, you're getting barked
it's
at.
over.
Yeah, you're getting barked at.
Getting barked at.
Yeah, there was this one kid that brought a spray bottle to school once, and because she said the next person that barks at her is getting sprayed.
That's hilarious.
I know.
Did she do it? Because she's my hero now. Yes.
After school, she sprayed a bunch of people because they would work at her every single day.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, she was great.
That is hilarious.
Oh my god. Dude, kids are different nowadays, man. I don't know. They're different.
That's hilarious. You sprayed them.
Gavin, he comes home and he tells all kinds of stories about the kids at school and shit. But like,
that reminds me of Overboard with the sink sprayer. She goes in there, she sprays them all down.
oh man. Anyway,
These
welcome
kids
back.
nowadays make my eye twitch.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
John Wick cry.
Welcome back. We are the Bonsai Movie Crew.
Hi.
Get to check out them socials down there in the description. Notice we got a little bit of a different setting here. We finally got the table where Madison dropped it. As a matter of fact, I think that right there on that corner, right there, I'm pretty sure that's where it landed when she dropped it. You can see it on the video.
You know what? I'm gonna
on that
put
corner. Yeah.
Where the paint seems to be not quite there.
Yeah, where the stain isn't there anymore.
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty sure.
It's a little fucked up.
A little fucked up.
Fucked
A
up.
little fucked up. It's down there on the corner. See right there in the corner at the top of the table. You can't see it?
Where it's kind of white.
Yeah.
Which side? It's on both.
Oh my god.
I'm a little blind today, so I can't see it.
Aren't you a little blind every day?
Not always. I don't have my glasses.
Anyways, I'm gonna put a pillow over his face while he's sleeping, and then I'm gonna drop a brick on him.
That's it?
Sorry, a paver.
You might not even break my nose with that.
I said a paver.
A paver? That's it?
Yeah.
All you're going to do is piss. You put a pillow over my face and then drop a paver on it. It's just going to make me mad.
I'll drop it on your nuts first. Make sure you're immobile.
All right. Anyway.
I mean...
The fact that she thinks she can even pick up a paver boggles my mind.
I can. You know I can.
Oh, man. That's right. You do carry around that big-ass head all day.
Okay, I don't need my hands to do that. That's what my neck is for.
What the fuck? You hear what she just said? No. I don't need my hands to do that. That's what my neck is for. For those of you just now tuning in, she's talking about pavers. Hold on a minute. This 17-year-old's the 17-year-old's on here talking about not using her hands, just using her neck. That's a strong neck.
Okay, you know what? You're making it sound like I would be talking about my throat, but I'm not talking about my neck.
I didn't say anything about your throat. I didn't say anything about your throat.
You can't fall for that stuff. He's trying to set you up for something. You
hand
fall
me that,
into it.
please?
Stop.
It's
Can
called gaslighting.
you hand me that?
It's called
please? Can you hand me
gaslighting.
that, please?
Shut
That's
up.
not what gaslighting is.
Yeah.
Can you hand me that?
It's exactly what it is,
Can
isn't
you
it?
hand me that, please? Can you hand me that, please?
What am I getting?
No,
Are you
just
happy?
Dad.
Back
I need
there.
Dad to
Help.
do it.
It's back there
I
now.
need Dad.
Shut up.
Dad, I need that.
It is on his side.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Can I see that?
No.
Can I see that? That's
No.
not what gaslighting is. Can I please see that?
Oh my god.
What's
Anyway, we're moving
gaslighting?
Can I
on.
see that?
Shut
please?
up.
That's
Shut
not
up.
what gaslighting. Can I see that?
No.
It's not what gaslighting is. Can I please see that?
Oh my god, I hate my life.
Put that cookie down!
Can I see that?
No, shut up.
But that's not what gaslighting is. Can I see that, please?
Somehow she thinks that saying something and then reverting, it's not
Can
how
I
that
see
works.
that, please?
What is that for?
Yeah, there you go.
Karen, I'm not trying to gaslight you. I'm trying to gaslight Dad.
That's not what gaslighting
Are
is.
you, are you giving it
Exactly.
back to her? So she can throw it again?
No, so she can stop saying, "Can you please give me that?"
Can I please see
You're not
that?
helping the situation.
Here, you can help it.
You know what? I'm not that young.
It's a
to
little
know what that
Frankenstein.
spoon is for.
It's a little Frankenstein. Don't touch anything. Sit down. Sit
Here.
down.
Here, you want your thingy?
Yes, please.
If you throw it at me, I'm gonna smack the shit out of you with this.
So yeah, but I gave you both something.
I will smack the shit out of you with this.
You gotta
if you-
catch me first.
I don't have to. I can throw it.
I can throw it. Well, I got something I can throw too. If you
What
throw
does
it at
that
me,
mean?
I'll
Where they
find something
throw
bigger
it,
to
it
throw.
hits the person in the back, and they're like, "What was that?" You know
I
what I'm
don't know.
talking about?
I just want to get to the part where the dude says liar and he smacks him with a pan.
All right.
Why would you hand him a wooden spoon? I'm traumatized.
She's
He
just
used to get
leveling the
beat
playing
with those
field.
I
by
was
my
just trying to
grandma.
keep things level. I gave you something, I gave him something.
Granny used to hit me with those.
Everybody's granny.
No
used to hit
shit.
with that stuff.
My mom used to hit me with
My
those.
grandma never hit me with nothing because I was a good kid.
I got hit
No,
with
you
a
got-
log. Okay.
No, you did not get hit with the log. You brought the log. We had to go get our own switches. One day Eric was being especially
I've
bad.
heard this. He brought a
Yeah,
log.
and he brought
Yeah.
a log. So you did not get hit with the log. She
Oh.
laughed.
I almost got hit with a log.
She never.
Oh my god. Anyway, internet stuff, I guess. 12 minutes in.
Let's get to it.
Stop messing with stuff.
Stop holding Frankenstein as hostage.
You can't hold that hostage.
Yes,
Do you have an earring?
Do I what?
No, it's his bolts.
Oh, okay. It kind of like dangled
She
when
had-
she moved it.
He has a little thing on him.
Oh, that might
It's
be
like
what I
hot
saw.
glue.
Anyway, so have you guys been checking out? Have you been watching everything that Elon Musk and the Doge team is all?
For the
they're all
most part,
both
yeah.
they're digging up. Did you hear about the most recent thing?
About
like
how
the
like we have
4
300-year-olds in this
Yeah,
country.
300-year-old. We have two 300-year-old, or sorry, one 300-year-old, and we have something like 6 or 7 million people above the age of 150
I've
Yeah.
got
collecting
something-
Social Security.
I've got something better for you though. In regards to that, do you want to know what excuse that I was reading on a news article about that, about why we have that happening?
Why?
Because illegals are using Social Security numbers from people who are already dead to get jobs and stuff.
You're
no,
telling me
time out.
you're
Time
telling me
out.
that over 6 million people.
No, time out. That was
Today, Junior.
a liberal news source.
Help them, but when it comes time, throw them under the bus.
Well, no, I'm just thinking like you're not helping your case either way.
No,
Like
because you're the ones who let them in the fucking country.
Well, it's you're not helping your case either way because like if that's the excuse you're going to give me, that just gives me more fuel to say they shouldn't
kick
be
'em out.
here.
Yeah.
Because I'm being told that I could never use Social Security because by the time I get old enough to use
There
it,
won't be any
yeah,
left.
there won't be any left. And then you find out you got 300-year-olds. I don't care if it's only 2.
The funny part is how long has this been going on?
Yeah.
How much of our money have they taken
And what
and
boggles
blown?
my mind is that I understand why Democrats.
$4.7 trillion,
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
yeah. They're
Oh.
saying something like an
That's
$8,000
unaccounted for.
return to every American.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
And I'm
that's-
sorry, like
I'll take it.
No shit.
I want it.
I don't
I need help.
understand. This is the thing I do not understand about this whole Doge situation.
She's way over there.
So many people.
Well, you see, I have Frankenstein being held hostage, but I can't liably hurt him. So I have Vegeta here to hurt him in case I need him to.
Oh wow.
Because Vegeta can conjure
She's got a
energy.
whole freaking arsenal over there. Just
Yeah, but Vegeta's my boy.
Yeah, but Vegeta doesn't like you because you look the same, but he pulls it off more. But he doesn't like that you're trying to steal his style.
Jesus.
He's over there playing with toys.
that's what it sounds like. No, I don't understand that. Like, okay, we regular people aren't mad about this.
I'm very angry about this. To be honest with you,
you've got so many people that are out there protesting this stuff.
Yeah.
What do you have? What leg do you have to stand on? Oh, I was like, I was waiting for it
Got an
too.
itch. Got it.
That's the leg I don't understand that you can't stand.
I don't
on
understand this either. You guys are out there bitching and complaining. Oh, Elon Musk has no right. Blah blah blah. Dude, he's discovered billions of dollars of our money being blown on bullshit.
And
you're angry about this?
The only reason they're angry is because of why? Orange man bad.
I know, because
anything Trump does is bad.
Yeah.
Okay, look, I can think of things that Biden did that weren't bad. Give me a minute. But I'm just saying, like, I didn't hate him the whole fucking time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to live in that country. No, I'm saying you have to live in this country for 4 years while that president is in there, right?
Yeah.
The sooner you just accept it and go, yeah, I don't agree with that, or, yeah, you got a point there, whatever. Instead of just constantly hating on the person, the better off you're going to be.
Well, I mean... Yeah.
So the numbers are 6,087 over 179 people, 100 over 180, 89, 695, over 190, 199, 448, over 200 to 209, 879.
Oh, these are up in the millions, though. So some of the people who were like 125 to 150, there's like 6 million of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How's that fucking
like 3.4 million?
Whatever. There's
above
literally only
200,
I think 80,000 people in total that are above 100 years old that live in the U.S.
Yeah, millions.
The oldest recordable person was 116.
116. That's in the world, I think, right?
Yes.
I think that's in the world.
And I'm pretty sure they're dead now.
Yeah, so... Makes no sense to me. And all it is, and all you motherfuckers can say whatever you want, but it's not going to Social Security. It's their way. That's just government officials, just like they said.
They're spreading
Nancy
that
Pelosi is somehow or another worth $120 million, and she only makes $200,000 a year. Explain that to me. How does she make $200,000 a year, but she's worth $120 million?
Yeah, again, Nancy Pelosi, 223,000 annual salary. Mm-hmm. Net worth is $230 million.
230 million. Sorry.
Mitch McConnell, 200,000. Net worth $48 million. Chuck Schumer. So I mean,
it's insane. Isn't
I've got.
Yeah, Trump is the bad guy because he's trying to weed these people out.
Yeah, weed these people out to give us our money back. So it can lower our taxes, make things cheaper and easier.
Hell, he's trying to get rid of the federal income tax, please.
Yeah,
by all means.
Come on, you guys. Like,
bye.
And it
was never supposed to be permanent anyway, and that's what you people don't fucking remember.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what, the federal income tax?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's funny to me is that you guys are irritated about this, but yet I'm over here and I'm irritated for a completely different reason. I'm irritated at the fact that this is all fucking true. Like, I can't believe how the government has taken advantage of us.
I'm not surprised that it's true.
I'm not surprised either, but at the same time, I'm extremely disappointed.
I'm mad that they're getting kickback. I'm mad that I'm mad that the people that are trying to right the ship are getting kicked in the face every time they turn around. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm saying, go baby, go.
And you guys are over here trying to protest him.
Yes, I know. That is where my head wants to explode.
Those are people who are misinformed. They're listening either to the wrong thing, watching the wrong thing, or they just don't want to hear it. That's all that tells me. Because you can't sit there and sit back and tell me that you're against a president that is trying to help you. You can't tell me that, man.
Listen, there's a lot of people in this world that I hate, don't like, despise, loathe entirely. But if they have a good point, or if they're trying to do the right thing...
Sorry, I was quoting the quote you threw out. It was from the Grinch.
Correct. But, like, I'm just saying, I don't get how, the person that's trying to do right is getting badgered and these people continuously do wrong, and, you know, if I don't like somebody, they bring up a good point or they're trying to do right by me, the last thing I'm going to do is tell them I don't like you and I don't want your help. Like, we're all supposed to be humans, right? We're all supposed to care about each other and to help each other out. And the very fact that you can hate somebody so much that they are doing the right thing and you still want to spit in their face.
Right.
What kind of person does that make you?
Yep. And I don't know. Honestly, this is all extremely surreal, and it's blowing my mind. I can't believe all the shit that Musk and the Doge team is finding. It's insane. I can't. Like it's been every day too that they're finding new shit every day. Like, and this is only a month into Trump's presidency.
Oh, and can we talk about the other thing too with the where they were talking about the Doge team and how they're all early 20-year-olds and how that's too young to be digging into this stuff and to be doing these things.
Because that makes any difference. It doesn't fucking matter.
Just a few months ago, we're talking about kids with single digits deciding whether or not they have a penis or a vagina.
Yeah, right.
Or nothing.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yep. And those are
some of them
decisions.
their parents making up their minds for them before they even out of the womb.
That's what I'm saying. Those are permanent decisions you're making for a child, or you're letting a child make. But 20-year-olds can't go through financial statements.
And it's okay for 18-year-olds to make decisions that could also end their lives by
correct.
You know,
but I was
sacrificing their lives for their country too.
I was more pointing at the last administration. That's been a thing for a very long time. I have a problem with that because they can't drink beer, but they can go over there and fight a war and die.
Yeah.
So
I think that a lot of people, hopefully by the end of all this, most people's eyes will be opened up a little more.
Oh God, I hope so.
I mean, we've already seen like a huge change in this country to begin with Trump winning the popular vote and everything. Nearly every state went red.
Changed.
Mainstream media, though, they still want to try to pretend. Like
of course. You got, these people who still line their pockets, like The View, people in The View. Those women, they don't care. They're rich. They don't give a shit about our finances.
No. Whoopi Goldberg's a working
class
person.
She really works. Works her fucking mouth. That's all she works.
Did she say something like that? Like that hey, I'm just like you.
Yeah, I work just like everybody else.
Me,
Bitch, you don't fucking work. You show up, you spout a bunch of bullshit, and you go home.
But
and you make more in 1 week than I make in an entire year.
Her net would carry me the rest of my fucking life. Yeah. So when you talk about you gotta work for a living, I want to see what your bills are that make you have to come into work.
Yeah.
I have to go to work, or else next week we don't have a house. Mm-hmm. Like, that's the reality.
Whoopi Goldberg, you're a piece of shit. Just like Joy Behar, and I don't want to go. I'm not gonna get started.
It's best not to.
Not gonna get started.
Sell your shit and actually make your life worth livable.
Not even that. She probably wouldn't have to. She probably just doesn't have to work, but she wants to throw out there that she needs her paycheck.
No, that's what I'm saying. All she'd have to do is sell her fucking expensive shit.
She probably wouldn't have to, though. That's what I'm saying. Her royalties and everything.
Her worth itself pays her way.
Itself.
Yeah, the movies she's made.
Have to do that.
She even aside from The View, she gets royalties from movies and things like that she's done in the past.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All that. Everything that she's done in the past, she gets royalties for. Mm-hmm. So she'll never be broke. She'll never, ever, even if she gets fired from The View.
Work all the damn
that's what I'm saying. She doesn't have to.
Stop going to work and sell your shit. She could get fired from The View
tomorrow and still be set up for life.
Yep.
She would never have to work again.
Her version of broke is vastly different than mine.
No shit.
That means losing her mansion and maybe moving into a slightly smaller house.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I
don't think she'd have to, though, is the thing.
Probably not. Because even her royalties would pay for all that.
That's what I'm saying.
There's a reason why a lot of actors can retire at young ages.
Oh, shit.
Because they just collect royalties for the rest of their life. Anyway, let's move on. Let's get into our creator profile. You have to move over here.
Hello?
He is really going to kick your ass now.
He looks like Frank Gallagher.
Oh, no, you didn't. That's terrible.
Yeah, I know. I let her on my podcast. I let her sleep under my roof.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
What's the alternative, though? Let me fail at my mom's?
Do you think you would fail at your mom's, you loser?
I don't know. I'm not
Get over here and talk into the mic. You can't even see on the fucking camera.
Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe you guys might get more views.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you guys know who we're doing, I take it?
I was trying to help. No, I don't. I know, but that's only because.
I think the only one that doesn't know is probably Eric. Eric, you're not going to be able to guess. It doesn't matter.
Oh my god.
Well, she's not in the movie.
What? She's not in the movie.
Because we've already done Danny DeVito, we've already done Billy Crystal. I didn't really want to do Momma, so that was really about it from this movie that we had choices from. So I decided to go with a '90s icon. Why not?
Any guesses, Eric?
Fuck no.
She's a female and she's blonde.
Big boobs.
Big boobs.
Starts
Well,
with a P.
had big
Lot
boobs.
of big boobs.
Had big boobs.
Yeah.
Pamela Anderson.
Pamela Anderson. That was a good one. He's like, fuck yeah. I remember staring at those. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you said blonde, big boobs, 90s icon. Obviously, right there. Pamela Anderson.
Yep.
Baywatch.
Pam Ann.
Pam Ann.
Every
She looks a lot less plastic.
Every kid.
She does that on purpose now.
Yeah, good.
So she goes for a natural look nowadays. She says that she doesn't. She believes that her natural beauty is what she should show more.
Yeah,
I guess
for sure.
of. So she doesn't wear makeup anymore. I'm pretty sure she had the breast implants removed.
She either did or she had a
Or
reduction.
had them reduced or something like that.
Uh-huh.
She did something there. She's done a lot with her image, and I'm actually like, that's awesome. Good for
I
you.
like that though. I
Yeah.
don't like it when they look plastic.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Pamela Anderson was fucking banging back in the day. Like, whenever she got all plastic looking, that's when we had a problem. But, like, pre-Baywatch, like, whenever she was on Tool Time and shit like
Oh,
that. Home Improvement and that. Like, she was hot.
I agree with that.
But once she got on Baywatch and everything, she went very plastic. And
I don't like it when you can tell the boobs are fake, like right off the rip. Like they look like balloons under her shirt.
Yeah, that drives me nuts.
I don't like
But
that.
I'm glad she went with this more natural look nowadays, and good for her. So
yeah, definitely. Okay, Madison, what we got?
We got Pamela Anderson, her whole life, right in the palm of my hand. So,
Wow. That is the magic of the internet.
I know, it's amazing.
Right.
That's pretty, yeah.
Stalkerish. Yeah, it happens.
That's
Movies and
pretty
TV. Home Improvement and Baywatch. Anderson parlayed. I got this, you guys. Anderson parlayed her modeling success into a series of bit parts on television programs. She got her first big break in 1991 as the Tool Time Girl on the sitcom Home Improvement. While there, she attracted the attention of casting agents from Baywatch who were looking to replace actress Erica Eleniak. The hour-long show portraying the lives of Malibu lifeguards was a nearly plotless vehicle for semi-nude video montages, and the critics panned it accordingly. However, fueled by frequent shots of the voluptuous Anderson...
Voluptuous.
There's no M.
Voluptuous. There's no M in it. Voluptuous.
It sounds like voluptuous. Okay?
Yeah.
Oh, mi scusi.
You're excused. The show became the highest rated program worldwide. Yeah. Anderson's television success
I didn't watch it.
What?
Baywatch.
I didn't care for Baywatch growing up. Like, everybody, like, dads around America were like, yeah, Baywatch. Like, yeah, you're just a fucking pervert.
Anderson's television success did not transfer well to the big screen, despite mass publicity. Yeah.
There you go.
I just had a stroke.
Do you smell toast?
I don't know. All I can smell is the moldy basement. Despite mass publicity, still a weird word to say, including an appearance by Anderson at the Cannes Film Festival.
Cannes Film Festival.
Okay. Clad in a skin-tight catsuit, her starring effort in the 1996 thriller Barbed Wire was both a critical and commercial failure.
Yeah, but it's a class. It's a cult classic. It's got a cult following.
VIP. Anderson returned to television in 1998 as the oh my god, the seizure has returned. Executive. I thought it was a stroke before, wasn't it?
It was
I
a
had
stroke.
Okay, the stroke has returned.
The stroke made you not forget what you had before.
Producer and star of VIP, in which she played the public face of a bodyguard agency. While hardly a pop culture phenomenon in the mold of Baywatch, VIP enjoyed enough success to survive for 4 seasons. Stripperella? Is that a thing?
Yeah, it was a cartoon, wasn't it? It was a cartoon.
I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure it was a cartoon. It was a 90s cartoon.
And Stacked. Continuing to leverage her sex symbol image, Anderson in 2003 took on the leading voice role in the animated Stripperella. As a stripper who moonlights as an undercover superhero. Who comes up with that stuff?
I believe it was Stan Lee, actually, who came up with that.
Oh my god.
I'm almost positive it was Stan Lee.
After the show was canceled the following spring, Anderson resurfaced in Stacked as a former party girl who gets hired at a small bookstore. The series was renewed following a trial run in spring 2005, but was off the air by January 2006. Borat? Is that Borat. In 2008, Anderson made headlines when she appeared in the mockumentary hit Borat. What does that even mean?
Stanley.
Fucking funny.
Stanley.
Yep, Stanley created it.
So Borat was a character that Sacha Baron Cohen came up with, and he used to do these sketches, I guess.
Starring British comedian Sacha Baron
Yeah,
Cohen.
so he would go full method with these characters, and that's all he would play.
He would literally just show up at places in character, film it, and then put it in the movie. And
yeah.
Most people didn't know Borat as a character.
And
so they
Pamela
thought he was
Anderson
real.
didn't know who he was, and he filmed this whole movie about him coming to America
to marry her
and meet Pamela Anderson. She had no fucking idea that this was what was going to happen.
Mm-mm.
And so he actually showed up. By the end of the movie, he finds her finally and harasses her for like 5 minutes of the movie, chasing her around, and she's freaking the fuck out. And she had no idea about it.
Yeah.
She had no idea about it. So it was like...
That sounds interesting.
It's very funny.
It's funny as
funny.
shit. Don't get me wrong. It is a very funny movie.
Yeah.
But like some of the shit, like it's... Because he's he's actually English or something.
Yeah.
But Borat is a character that he made up that is supposed to be from Kazakhstan or something.
Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan. So he's like he's very like
my wife's vagines hangs like sleeve of wizard cloak.
Yeah, it's very.
That's a direct quote.
And his sister is the only prostitute in all of Kazakhstan.
Number one prostitute.
Yeah, number one prostitute
in all of Kazakhstan.
Yes.
They're very proud of her.
Yeah.
I get glass for window. My neighbor cannot afford. Very nice.
Very nice.
God.
Yeah, that was a big one. Very nice.
Very nice.
In the film, Anderson played herself in what
She's my
appeared to be
wife.
a real-life botched kidnapping. Audiences debated whether or not the appearance was planned for or a surprise.
He's
Anderson
married to...
refused to comment,
He
but
was.
told MTV that
Yeah.
Cohen was such a nice guy.
She's hot.
No shit. I never understood that dynamic.
What?
Him and Isla Fisher.
I never did either, but they were married for a while.
You know what that is, though? It just goes to prove what I've always said. Sense of humor is way more important than your looks.
Yeah, I think that they split,
They
and
did.
some things came out that like he was kind of mentally abusive and things like that to her.
I could see that.
So,
But I'm just saying, like, she married him for a reason. I'm sure that he was really funny. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure that was part of the wooing process.
right.
I'm saying, in general, if you're funny, you're going to be attractive. Like...
The film was nominated for both an Academy Award and a Golden Globe. Dancing with the Stars. Along with getting the reality TV treatment with Pam, Girl on the Loose, in 2008, Anderson starred in that year's feature film comedies Blonde and Blonder and Superhero Movie. The Screen Vixen was back in the spotlight in 2010 When she competed on season 10 of Dancing with the Stars, Anderson made her return to the show in 2012 for season 15 Dancing with the Stars All Stars. She later made an appearance in 2017's big screen reboot of Baywatch and competed in the French version of Dancing with the Stars in 2018. Relationships and children. Anderson's 1995 marriage to Motley Crue rocker Tommy Lee captured persistent media attention. The couple had 2 children, Brandon Thomas and Dylan Jagger. Like Mick Jagger?
I would imagine, probably.
Okay. However, the marriage was continually fraught with controversy, including an incident in which stolen honeymoon tapes of the couple having sex were broadcast over the internet. That's messed up. The marriage ended in...
But it also made them infamous.
Yeah.
Because it was like one of the first sex tapes ever.
Well, yeah, and then, she references it in a couple of the comedies she was in, which just made it funnier.
Yeah. Yeah,
So...
because she knows it made her more famous. That's all it did.
I mean, hell, she even mentioned it when they were roasting Tommy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she wouldn't, yeah.
The marriage ended in divorce in 1998 after Lee was arrested and convicted of spousal abuse.
Because he's a fucking cocksucker.
I mean...
Tommy Lee is a douche.
He certainly looks the part, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's a fucking tool.
Anderson married rapper Kid Rock on a yacht near Saint Tropez,
Sure.
France, on July 29, 2006. In November 2006, it was announced that she had miscarried. A few weeks later, she filed for divorce from Kid Rock, citing irreconcilable differences. Anderson married Rick Solomon, Paris Hilton's partner in their infamous 2003 sex tape scandal in 2007. Marriage...
Sex tapes for everybody.
The marriage was annulled a couple of months later.
Feel like Oprah. You get a sex tape. You get a sex tape. You get a sex tape.
Just throwing them out.
Most people don't want one in their lives.
Yeah.
They remarried in January 2014, but called it quits after that July. Jesus Christ, this woman just needs to get married and stay married. In January 2020, Anderson seemingly married producer John Peters, a former boyfriend from when she was a budding model in her young 20s. Just 12 days later, she put the brakes on their union with the announcement that they were taking time apart to reevaluate what we want from life and one another. She later revealed that they were never legally married. In January 2021, it was revealed that Anderson married her bodyguard, Dan. Oh my god.
What? You ever notice that with girls that, do that, it's pretty rare for them to find love easily? Because all the guys that are around them are looking at them for their looks, which is a very shallow way to enter a relationship.
Yeah, and it's easy for a guy to try to woo a girl like that because that girl's like, oh my god, he likes me for me. And it's easy to play on those feelings, especially if you're someone who, like Pamela Anderson, has always kind of gloated on herself in the past.
No, I guarantee you that now that she's let all of that go, her self-esteem is probably a lot higher than it was when she looked like that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the issue, I think, is that...
She would have to have a higher self-esteem now because she's like, I'm all natural now, blah, blah, blah.
She doesn't have to hide behind
She doesn't have to hide it anymore, so it's she's probably more confident in herself.
Yeah, but
which is good, which honestly comes with age.
It had to take a long time for her.
Let's see. In January 2021, it was revealed that Anderson married her bodyguard, Dan Hayhurst, on Christmas Eve 2020. They divorced in 2022.
Fucking Christ.
Health issues. In March 2002, Anderson went public with her hepatitis C diagnosis, claiming she had contracted the disease by sharing a tattoo needle with Lee. Jeez. In 2015, she announced that she was cured of hepatitis C.
For the rest of your life.
Yup.
Advocacy work. A lifelong vegetarian, Anderson is an outspoken advocate for PETA.
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 People eating
PETA,
tasty
PETA,
animals.
That is not what it is.
It's still funny.
I don't want to confuse anybody who's like, holy shit, is that what it actually means? Like,
People for the ethical treatment of animals. People eating tasty animals. I don't give a shit.
that's the PETA I'm involved with.
That's right.
Oh, I love
Protesting
tasty
the
animals.
use of fur and the hunting of seals. She even auctioned off a 2000 Viper sports car that appeared in Pam, Girl on the Loose, to support the non-profit organization. Quotes, "It is good to be a blonde with low expectations. It's very easy to surprise people."
I think that quote's awesome. That's why I put it in there. I was like, that's a good quote.
I dog on blondes all the time.
Yeah, but it's a good quote though. Like it's like they say it because blondes have such a,
They're stupid.
Well, they're not stupid. People believe that they're stupid.
Mm-hmm.
You
Because
know how
they're
many blonde
blonde.
people I've met that are not very bright?
You know how many brunettes I've met that aren't very bright?
Yeah, but then we just get called blonde, so it doesn't matter.
That's a point.
Anyway, I don't really. I guess what favorite Pamela Anderson thing? Borat. Yeah, I mean, I guess.
I was gonna say Scary Movie 3, but then I remembered Borat.
What about you?
Yeah, probably Borat.
Borat.
I've never seen that, so I'm gonna go with Scary Movie 3.
I'm gonna go with Home Improvement.
No, we could do TV shows?
Yeah.
I'm still going with Borat.
She doesn't have a lot to go off of, so I'm gonna go with Home Improvement. Definitely not Baywatch. Baywatch is garbage.
What? I never watched
Baywatch is trash. That is a trash
You
show.
couldn't tell by like the intro where they're all just running across.
Just
the
running.
beach. Like,
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. The remake actually picked fun at a lot of that, and good for them for doing that.
What, you never liked watching David Hasselhoff?
I've never watched it.
I've watched a few episodes, but only because my dad was a raging pervert.
The
and-
closest I came to Baywatch with him was the SpongeBob movie.
Yeah.
Like,
Where they write him.
Yeah. That movie was funny as shit.
Watching
Oh.
the Man Show.
He was on the Man Show.
Yeah, they use skits of Baywatch
Oh,
on
did they?
the Man Show.
Oh, I just remember the girls on trampolines
That's all I remember,
Yeah.
too. And Joe Rogan.
and the kid with the beer.
Yeah.
Walking
Yeah.
around with the things of beer. I remember that too.
All right. So there you go. Have it. There's Pamela Anderson for you. Another one I never thought we'd do.
You guys, I gotta send a video to the group chat later about it's something I used to watch when I just remembered it. It was so
Okay.
I think it was Selena Gomez and I think Taylor Swift that got in a fight, and like Selena Gomez pulls Barney out of her box and rips Taylor Swift to shreds.
All right. Anyway,
It was so funny.
she thinks it's funny, so it must be
Dude,
funny.
as a kid, loving Barney and watching Selena Gomez pull him out of that. And I hated Taylor Swift when I was a kid, and I watched her way too much.
You mean you like her now?
I like the song "Shake It Off" and "Blank Space," but I only like "Blank Space" because I prevail.
Good
I like
point.
some of her music.
Bad Blood's okay.
I don't think I know that one.
Cause baby, now we got bad blood.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
don't like it.
I like that one because whenever I was a kid, I used to think Selena Gomez was in that, and then the chick is Zendaya's in it, and a bunch of other people that I would probably be.
I like the
able to
goat
name.
song.
I don't know.
The goat song?
Yeah, where the goat screams. I showed you the video.
I think so. And it just, yeah, I think I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. Hey, let's move on. Anyway, let's move on into.
Let's talk about the movie.
All right, this week we watched Throw Momma from the Train from 1987. Karen, that plot synopsis.
Larry Donner, an author with a cruel ex-wife, teaches a writing workshop in which one of his students, Owen, is fed up with his domineering mother. When Owen watches a Hitchcock classic that seems to mirror his own life, he decides to put the movie's plot into action and offers to kill Larry's ex-wife if Larry promises to murder his mom. Before Larry gets a chance to react to the plan, it seems that Owen has already set things in motion. 1 hour and 28 minutes, Danny DeVito is Owen. Billy Crystal is Larry Donner. Kim Greist is Beth Ryan. And Anne Ramsey as Mrs. Lift. Kate Mulgrew played Margaret. That's as far as I'm going.
So I was trying to, like, the whole time during this movie, I'm like, who the fuck? Because I knew his ex-wife from somewhere. Like, where do I know that woman
Orange
from?
is the New Black.
Yes, but also Star Trek Voyager.
Oh, yeah.
She was the captain on Star Trek Voyager.
Yeah, she was. She certainly was.
I was like, yep, that's her.
Yep,
like, she was so much younger in this movie that I was like, and then Star Trek Voyager. And I was like, man, I know her face from somewhere. And, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch Voyager that much. I just watched
I didn't either.
Like,
I seen a few episodes. I didn't care much for Voyager.
No.
Nobody
Next
can top.
Generation was
Nobody can top Picard, man.
Chop?
Top.
It's not like he's a chop.
Next Generation for life.
Yeah, next gen, baby. All right, Madison.
You don't like watching Next
Generation. Sorry, would you watch? Would you recommend?
Next Generation was
I
really
probably
good.
won't watch it again.
What's his name?
I also don't know anyone that I would recommend it to because all my friends are my age.
Good point. I don't know that I might watch it again at some.
Fucking around.
Damn, what that duck do to you?
I didn't like how it was sitting.
Okay. Just throw it on the.
Like I just touched it and it was like.
Fuck you, I'm out.
Don't touch me.
Don't touch
I'd
me
rather be
there.
on the floor than you touching me.
That's my no square.
There you go. You can try again, I guess.
Anyway, I might watch this again at some point. I'll be honest with you. I like this movie more than I liked City Slickers.
100%.
But I still don't. It's not the best movie. I guess it's okay. It's the best part of this whole movie is definitely Danny DeVito. He's awesome. It's cool to see him in a role outside of everything else that we've seen him in as being like kind of a crazy little man. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. In this movie, he's more like, I would say, innocent rather than conniving, because he's not as smart as he would be in most other movies.
Oh, he's definitely conniving.
Yeah.
Because,
because
let's think about this for just 1 second, and this is just something that.
No, I don't think he's conniving. I just don't think he's very intelligent.
No, he's conniving as fuck. He didn't kill his wife. But he had that motherfucker thinking that he did the whole time,
you got a point.
waiting for him to kill his mom, and then at the end he's like, "No, don't kill her." You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got a point. But aside from that, I mean, it's an all right movie. It's definitely funnier than City Slickers was. I don't know. I would recommend a lot of people watch this movie because I don't really know who I'd recommend it to. But it's got its funny moments and things like that. Billy Crystal's better in this movie than he was in City Slickers. I don't like his constant moaning and whining about his ex-wife. Like, that really bugged me throughout the movie.
What I found funny about that was that it was ruining any good thing in his life.
Yeah, right.
And I think that that's the point they were trying to go
for sure.
But I agree with you. He was kind of whiny about it. But I did really like the fact that you're watching him act that way and you see everybody around him just like collectively groan, you know, and it's just pretty funny to see that play out in real life because you know those people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know those people in real life.
It's like we were just saying, somebody else blaming somebody else for the way their life is turning out whenever really it's up to them to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, it's a light recommend. I'd recommend it to certain people that are looking for a movie like this. I don't know who would be, but some people might be. But aside from that, like, I might watch it again down the road at some point. I haven't seen this movie. I didn't even remember this movie. That's how long it's been since I've seen it. I was like a little kid when I saw this movie last. So I didn't remember anything from the movie. I couldn't even remember if he actually threw her from the train, or I'm pretty sure I remember that he wasn't actually going to do it or didn't do it. But that was about the extent of it. I remember the small scene on the train. I just couldn't remember like how long that scene would be. And yeah, I didn't remember anything from the movie. So going into it, I was like, it's like watching a movie I'd never seen before. It's kind of what it felt like. So it's a light recommend. I don't think I'd recommend it to too many people, but only because not too many people are looking for a movie like this. And I might watch it later on down the road at some point, but not anytime soon.
I don't think I'd recommend it to anybody just because there's nobody I mean, if it came up in conversation.
Yeah, check it out, man. It's a good movie.
I don't know if I'll watch it again, to be honest. Just because... No, it's not because I hated it. I didn't hate it.
I didn't hate it either.
It's just that it's not really something I feel like I need to watch again. And then...
Yeah, that's how I feel, too.
Yeah, and the funny thing is like, I remembered this movie, but as I was watching it, I realized what I remembered was that there was a trailer for it on one of the movies that we had taped. And I would watch that movie over and over again. And so, of course, I saw the trailer a lot. And so, like, it was specifically, like, that part where he goes bowling and it's got, like, his mom as the pins. That was in the trailer. And her hanging out of the train was in the trailer. And her
maybe that's
Owen
why.
was in the trailer.
That's probably why.
Yeah, like, I don't think I've ever seen the movie before.
Oh, you hadn't?
Mm-mm. But I remembered... Like, I thought I had, but as I was watching it, I realized, like, no, I'm remembering the trailer, because I remembered it was on, I think it was Inner Space, maybe.
Maybe.
Tape for Inner Space. So, like, I watched Inner Space all the time. And anytime I would watch it, you know, it was on HBO, so they had, like, you know, little blurbs before the movie would start, and that was one of them.
Okay.
But, you know, I liked it, but I don't really see the need to watch it again, and I don't know who I'd recommend it to.
Because I always remember, like, the train part, but I don't remember the movie. At all.
Yeah. She would scream, like, in the trailer, what I remember is
I remember her being
she,
upside
like,
down.
She stands up and she goes, Owen! And then the pins and her hanging off the train.
Yeah, being upside down or whatever. That's it.
From that trailer.
As far as going, like, recommending and stuff like that, I would probably, like, if it came up a conversation like you said, yeah, I'd probably be like, yeah, you should probably check it out. I mean, it's a good, like, if you're just in the mood to just sit down and have, like, a good laugh here and there, you know.
There was definitely some parts
that had some good comedy to it. Would I watch it again? I'd probably watch it again. Probably not in the near future, but I could probably, if somebody
it's one of the movies that I think if it came on TV, you're like, you sit down and watch it. But...
Yeah, or if somebody's like, if you ain't got nothing to watch or whatever, and it's there, you know, why not?
I think you go out of your way to watch something like this. There's better options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a light recommend, sort of. Anyway, Madison's going to read the movie. Heavy spoilers, spoiler alert. So, you know, if you haven't seen it, it is like, you know, 40 years old. So,
liar, smack.
Yeah. Well, 30, it'd be 37 years old. 38 years old. Sorry.
So
39. What? How old? 38 years old. Yeah, 38.
Good.
Yeah. Sorry. Math. I couldn't make math.
I couldn't
math.
My math is not mathing right now.
It slips.
Yeah, shit.
All right. Throw Mama from the train.
What?
Novelist.
Starting already, huh?
I will throw Frankenstein at you.
Don't throw my shit. Stop
Don't
throwing
throw
shit.
that spoon.
Don't throw anything.
Don't
I wasn't going to throw it.
He wasn't going to throw
You
anything.
gotta catch me first, and if you can't catch me, you're gonna throw it, which means I'm gonna throw my wooden thingy, and then Vegeta's gonna get really, really angry, and he's gonna eat that mushroom. He's gonna become your size, which is probably taller
what got
than
started?
you because you're short.
And now you've
and
done
then
it.
he's gonna blast you now. Yeah.
One of these days, man. It's...
I did
it. You asshole.
Let's read the movie.
I am reading the movie. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Novelist Larry Donner struggles with writer's block due to his resentment towards his ex-wife, Margaret, who stole his book and garnered mainstream success and critical acclaim. Owen Lift as a timid middle-aged man who still lives with his overbearing, abusive mother. Owen fantasizes about killing his mother, but can't summon the courage to bring his desires to fruition. As a student in Larry's community college writing class, Owen is advised by Larry to view an Alfred Hitchcock film to gain some insight into plot development for his mystery stories. He sees strangers on a train in which two strangers conspire to murder each other. Figuring their lack of connection to the victim will, in theory, establish a perfect alibi. Having overheard Larry's public rant that he wishes his ex-wife dead, Owen forms a plan to kill Margaret, believing that Larry will in return kill his mother. He tracks Margaret down to Hawaii and follows her onto a cruise ship, apparently pushing her overboard while she tries to retrieve an earring that fell out.
So this part in the movie where it cuts to him not actually doing it, it cuts away before he does it. Mm-hmm. It's a trope, man. Like, you know he didn't do it.
Yeah.
From the beginning, you know he didn't do it. Because...
I don't know.
Well, you do because, like, they don't actually show it happening, so...
What you didn't know, though, was when she fell over, did she die?
Well, I didn't even know. So, knowing that, like, you didn't know if she fell over or not because it doesn't
I
show
assumed
anything.
Because they talked about her being missing and all that other
After
stuff.
that, yeah. But then
so,
you're like, but still, though, he didn't push her over.
No, but you knew, like, okay, that was the way I took it. You knew he wasn't going to push her. You knew he didn't push her. But she was reaching over that thing. She fell over. Like, that was where my head went with it. I was like, yeah, she fell over and he's just going to take credit for it. Now, is she going to survive or did she die? Those are the things we don't know. But you also kind of, like, when you find out that she didn't die and you find out, like, Owen just was playing this thing off this whole time, what a dick.
Yeah, that and me personally, if it was me in his situation, in Billy Crystal's situation, I'd go to the police. Like,
yeah, right away.
Right away. Like, I didn't do this. I didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if she's dead or not or what's going on. I didn't do this. That, and also, no body, no crime, dude.
And I'll tell you,
the golden rule of murder. Like,
the one thing that I will say that Billy Crystal does well, and I've always felt this way, that's kind of one of the reasons that I was, like, defending him a little bit in the last movie, is, like, in scenes where, like, he's freaking out, he does a very good job of kind of Sally Fielding it, but, like, you know, I don't know, like, for example, when he's like, haha, there's a plane ticket with my name on it. Like, you know, like, the way he reacted to that was just perfect. Yeah. Perfect timing, everything.
Yeah, he does a lot better in this movie than he did in City Slickers. Like, this and City Slickers are the only two real references I have for him. So, like, aside from that, like, I think that this is definitely a far better performance from him.
I agree. Yeah.
City Slickers. City Slickers, he was just a cocky asshole. That's all that was.
His comedic timing is usually very good. That's why I like in City Slickers.
Yeah, he's more of a Ryan Reynolds with the quippy comebacks and shit like that.
Yeah.
So I would say it like that. Like, he's not physically comedic or anything like on Jim Carrey's level, anything like that.
Right.
He's more witty one-liners, witty shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think that was definitely something that people weren't so much ready for back then, I guess. Because with like back then you had like Eddie Murphy and things like that. They were physically comical too. You know what I mean? They could be funny, but they could also be physically funny.
Martin Short, he was a big physical comedian.
Yeah, so, but like with Billy Crystal, there's nothing funny about him except his comedic timing and his delivery.
Oh
That's
my God.
it.
Can we please watch Norbit?
No, that movie is trash.
I love that movie
movie
so
fucking
much.
I've never seen it.
Oh my God, it's so funny.
So
can't.
fucking awful. It's not a good movie. It's one of the movies that killed his career for so long.
No, it is an amazing movie. To this day, I still get clips of it on my For You page. It's amazing.
It's raining white women.
Oh my God.
Go ahead.
I don't know anything about it.
You want to see how go down and slide? I'll show you how you go down and slide. It's great. She goes stumbling down that.
I'll go if you want. I don't know.
She goes stumbling down that slide. She goes straight through the wall.
They just had SNL's 50th anniversary episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been sharing a few things with.
And they had, there were so many people that showed up for that. They had so many people show up for that. And Eddie Murphy was one of them. He did a couple
Pete
skits.
Davidson there.
I'm sure. I haven't seen any clips though.
Oh.
Everybody there, everybody, even in the crowd, they didn't have a regular audience. They had like
previous cast
members in the crowd, along with movie stars like Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively were there, along with Tom Hanks was there. He's getting a lot of flack right now for his portrayal of a racist Trump supporter.
You should.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Because they do a lot of anti-Trump stuff, not so much anti the other side.
Well, that
and that's what SNL used to be about. SNL used to be about making fun of both sides equally. And when you one-side it like that, you're gonna piss some people off.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody would have cared.
That's honestly why I don't watch their show as much. Not even just because it's really not that funny anymore, as much as it used to be. Their cast members aren't good anymore. It's not as funny as it used to be. Mm-hmm. Honestly, one of the last actually good cast members that they had was Pete Davidson.
I love Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
Like, he was actually funny. There's a few guys in the past that have been funny.
What was the one that he had? Chad or whatever?
Chad, yeah.
Chad.
Okay. That was funny.
Yeah, he was fucking great. But, like, aside from that, like, there hasn't been a good cast since, like, I don't even know, to be honest with you. Like, I remember...
The Will Ferrell days were pretty good.
Will Ferrell days were good. Then there was, like... after that, it was still... They still had some really good...
Sherry O'Terry.
Yeah, Sherry O'Terry was awesome.
Only ones
but Bobby Moynihan
nowadays.
was one of the best cast members, too, recently.
What is it?
Bobby Moynihan.
Oh, yeah.
He was hilarious. I love that dude.
The only ones I like nowadays are the ones with the
Weekend Update people.
Yeah, the
Weekend Update.
The white dude
honestly, they might be the best Weekend Update. Michael Shea and Colin Jost, like, they're
I don't know
hilarious.
when Norm Macdonald did it.
Yeah,
that
but that's
deadpan delivery was funny as
he was
fuck.
good, but dude, I think that like how Michael Shea and Colin Jost
Yeah, no,
go back
I like
and
how
forth.
they play off each other, but like
yeah,
when you're up there by yourself, I think Norm Macdonald nailed it. Like he's up there and he's just deadpanning, like, and then just like when people would you'd hear the boos or whatever, and he'd be like, "Shut up," you know what I mean? Like, he don't give a shit.
Yeah, Colin Jost and Michael Shea are the best part of that show now.
Oh, for sure.
So they're awesome.
I agree.
All right. Owen returns from Hawaii to tell Larry of Margaret's death and that Larry now owes him the murder of his mother. Lest he informs the police that Larry was the killer. After having spent the night drinking alone during the hours of Margaret's disappearance, Larry panics because he lacks a sufficient alibi. That, along with a news report announcing that the police suspect foul play, convinces Larry that he's the prime suspect. He decides to stay with Owen and Owen's mother to attempt to hide from the police. Larry meets Mrs. Lift, but despite her harsh treatment of him, he refuses to kill her. Eventually, Miss Lift drives Owen to breaking point. Larry finally relents and agrees to go through with the murder. After 2 unsuccessful attempts, Larry flees the Lift home when Miss Lift recognizes him as a specific... There's a stroke, it came back.
Specific?
Yeah, suspect.
Oh, suspect.
Yeah.
He's not your cousin. Liar. Smack.
I'm Owen's friend. Owen doesn't have any friends.
That's what I told her. I said, man, she only ever plays somebody who just smacks the shit out of her sons. Like,
shit.
The most memorable
Snatching
part
people
for me
up.
is in the Goonies when she's singing to Sloth. And she's like, when the bell breaks, the cradle will fall. And he's like, break, fall. And she's
only
like,
dropped you once.
I only dropped you once, maybe twice. It was an accident.
and then she smacks both of them, both with one swipes through. Pop, pop.
You know she practiced that
Yeah,
one.
she's done that a few times. You can tell. You're a fucking pro.
Fucking Momma Fratelli. Owen was the only kid that
man.
would talk to her. That's why she went to live with him.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Owen was the last one that wasn't in prison.
Yeah.
She was in the Goonies before this, right? Goonies came out before this.
Yeah, I believe
Yeah,
so.
because this was towards the end of her life.
Okay.
I think she
Because this
died,
came
like,
out
the
in
next
87.
year.
I think Goonies was, 85, 84?
Something like that. Something
Yeah.
like that.
Alright. He boards a train to Mexico, and surprisingly, Owen and Mrs. Lift come along to avoid having to lie for him. During the journey, Larry's patience with Miss Lift finally runs out when she impolitely gives him writing advice. He follows her to the caboose with the intent of throwing her from the train, but Owen begins having
85.
85.
But Owen begins having second thoughts about having his mother killed and gives chase. In the ensuing fight, Miss Lift falls from the train, but is rescued by Owen and a repentant Larry. Miss Lift is grateful to her son for saving her, but unappreciative of Larry's help and kicks him, resulting in him losing his balance, landing on the tracks, and breaking his leg. During his recovery in the hospital, Larry discovers that Margaret is still alive. She only fell overboard by accident and was rescued by a Polynesian fisherman whom she has decided to marry. Much to his annoyance, Larry learns that Margaret plans to sell the rights of her ordeal for $1.5 million. On the advice of a fellow patient, Larry chooses to free himself from his obsession with his ex-wife and instead focuses on his own life, thereby freeing him of his writer's block. A year later, Larry's finished a novel based on his experiences with Owen and Miss Lift, entitled Throw Momma from the Train. Owen visits and informs him that his mother has died of natural causes and that he's going to New York City for the release of his book. Unfortunately for Larry, Owen reveals that his book is also about their experiences together. Thinking that his book has been scooped once again, an enraged Larry proceeds to strangle him, but stops when Owen shows him that the book is a children's pop-up book called Momma, Owen, and Owen's friend Larry, with the story drastically altered to be suitable for children. Months later, Larry, Owen, and Larry's girlfriend, Beth, Kim Greast? Sure. Vacation together in Hawaii, reflecting on the final chapter of Larry's book. Larry's and Owen's books have now become bestsellers, making them both successful writers, as well as close friends. The end.
The end. That was a short one.
Mm-hmm.
That was nice. I like that. Nice and brief. But the movie was also like a cool, crisp, like 80, 85 minutes.
Yeah, it didn't waste any time. It didn't.
I was like, cool. I like that.
Around.
That's like one of the best things about that movie was like it was like 85 minutes. It was like, yeah.
Cut to the chase.
No, they didn't. They didn't put any fluff in. They did only scenes you needed.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
Yeah.
I appreciated it.
Mm-hmm.
You guys got anything you want to go over?
I mean, I thought it was funny.
There's not a lot to say about this movie, really.
No, not a lot to unpack. I like the end with them talking about the end of the book and him talking about it being pretentious and cryptic, and then his girlfriend agreeing with it. And when you hear the line, you're like, yeah, that's pretentious and cryptic. Like,
yeah, right. Yeah.
So it's just funny to see.
That lady's got some fucking patience to put up with his shit.
Oh shit! I'd have been
bitching and moaning about his ex-wife and everything. She's like,
Dad was right though. She was so horny throughout the whole movie.
She was extremely horny.
Maybe that's why she was putting up with it.
Yeah, I was like, dude, that lady is horny.
Mm-hmm.
Like she just kept trying to jump his boat and shit, like in the train and everything. He's like, kids will be sitting here tomorrow, and she's like, I don't care. I'm just like, God damn.
Moans for everything.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus.
That was funny, though, whenever they, like, he's, like, sitting there and he just takes a bite out of the chip, and he's like, hey. I was like, what the fuck?
See, that's what I'm saying. Owen is interesting because he's not innocent.
This might honestly be one of my favorite Danny DeVito characters.
I don't disagree.
I love him in this movie.
Like, he acts like a child sometimes. Like, he's playing with that train set on the porch.
Which he did a great job of conveying his childish nature.
He does, but, like, he's not innocent. He knew what he was doing there. You know what I mean? Like, he knew what they were going to do. And he knew what he was doing by breaking in the timing at that exact moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that scene with him on the front porch, though, playing with his train set, I was like, holy shit. He's doing a really good job of, like, capturing the essence of what it is to be a child. Mm-hmm. And I was like, Danny DeVito is doing a really good job at this.
You know what his character reminded me of was a child who never had a voice and didn't quite grow up right because of it, right? And so he comes up with this scheme and figures the best way for me to get what I want is to use my adulthood and my voice, but the only thing he knows is childishness. So the things that people are calling innocent is just because he doesn't know any better.
Yeah.
It's not that he's innocent or that he's like he doesn't know what he's doing or
he's still manipulating.
He's manipulating 100%. Yeah. He is in control of this entire situation. Yes, ma'am.
I need more water.
Okay.
Can I be excused?
Sure.
Thank you.
Do you need a hall pass?
Do you have one?
Yeah, take the doll thing.
Okay.
There you go.
Say, just give her one of the ducks.
Yeah, you want the duck?
It's okay, I got the creepy one.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't have a lot to unpack with this movie. I just enjoyed watching it.
Right.
You know, there wasn't anything really to talk about or write down, I guess.
Yeah, there wasn't really a lot going on in this movie aside from the few murder attempts that in the house and things like that. But him visualizing killing his mom was great.
Oh yeah,
I love those scenes, like the
it.
scissors through the ear, the lie, things like that were awesome. I thought those were great.
I did like when they were gonna let her fall down the stairs. And he tries to stop her, and she's just being a bitch the whole time. He's trying to save her life,
yeah.
And then she like whacks that thing on the door like hard.
It's like bam, bam,
and
like
she
it ain't going anywhere.
He goes over and just touches the door,
and he goes down with it.
And he's down in the basement, knocked
and he
the fuck
hits
out.
that, and he hits the fucking water here. He hits it hard.
Yeah,
I was like, I know
dead.
that was probably like
that she just doesn't like. She cares enough to call the cops when she thinks he's the murderer.
Yeah,
but he's laying at the bottom of the steps, and she thinks
I think your friend's dead.
She thinks he's dead, and she's just watching The Price is Right. Like,
yeah,
she doesn't care.
She's like, I think your friend's dead. Bury him in the backyard before he stinks the place up.
Yeah.
Bury him in the backyard before he stinks the place up. Like, Jesus Christ, lady! Like, just get him removed from the house. Like,
yeah. And the front end of the movie was kind of slow, setting everything up, but it had to be, right? It had to set everything up. But the end is just like hilarity after hilarity after hilarity until, the end when they're having their little powwow about the books and stuff, and then he tries to strangle him. Like, it's a funny movie.
It's kind of
some really good moments.
It's kind of fucked up too, though, is that Owen knows for the fact that he did not kill the dude's wife, right? Mm-hmm. But then when he comes to the realization that, the other guy didn't kill his mom, but the cops are in his house, and now he's willing to try and rat him out and say he's in the pantry.
Yeah.
What kind of fucked up shit is that?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He's conniving. He's manipulative. He was in control the entire time.
Yeah.
No matter how innocent he wanted to try or childlike he tried to appear. You ain't fooling me, buddy. Like, nobody that childlike.
He was easily the best character in the whole movie.
Well, yeah.
Billy Crystal was essentially there as, like, his dummy. Like,
but see, Billy Crystal's character doesn't have any mystery to unfold at all. He is literally, like, what you see on screen is who that guy is.
Right.
Right? But then you look at Owen and you start to peel back those layers and you're like, oh my god, this guy is kind of a fucking psycho.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But then he wants to be friends with him at the end. I'm like, I don't know if you want to be, man.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, Larry, I don't understand at all there at the end because it's like, no, we're not friends. You tried to get me to kill your mom because you told me that you killed my wife.
But I also think that with Larry, or Billy Crystal's character, I think he's in that mindset of like, yeah, he might be a little crazy, but I'm in control.
Yeah, no, I get that, but he was never in control.
I know, that's the thing. Like, but you weren't, though.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then she was...
Nobody in their right mind would be friends with somebody like this.
He never told him. There at the end, he could have said, like, hey, by the way, your wife's not dead. You're okay. You're in the clear. He never did that. He just, bye, Larry.
Bye, Larry. He'll figure it out.
Yeah. And, I mean, maybe he didn't know for sure if she was dead or not. Because, maybe he just saw her fall over and go, oh, that's convenient for me.
All right.
But, that asks the question, is he capable? Like, would he have gone through with it?
Well, I asked the same thing about Billy Crystal's character because he was ready to kill Momma at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm going to throw the bitch off the train.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, holy shit, he's...
At that point in time, what did he have to lose?
I was going to say, I think that it came to that point, though, where he's like, well, they already think I'm a murderer. Might as well be one.
Well, and this bitch is making my life hell.
Yeah. Tell me how to write a book, bitch.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, so, is Owen capable? Could he have done it? He doesn't know for sure if she's dead or not, but at the very least, he could have just been like, I didn't kill her. She fell off the boat. She may be alive. Something. And instead of, bye, Larry.
Yeah, but that's very much his character to be like, not even saying anything like, bye, Larry.
100%. I'm not denying that fact. It's beautifully
Yeah, because he doesn't care. At the end of the day, he actually doesn't give a shit.
It's beautifully played out, beautifully done. His character does. You don't have to try and figure him out. He is who he is.
Yeah.
There's a lot of layers to it. Like once you start to peel it back and go, oh, he's not innocent. Once you figure that out, you know exactly the kind of person that he is. I don't know. I liked Danny DeVito's character a lot, but what I liked better is if those two characters were separate from each other, it wouldn't be a good thing. Like neither one of them are enough on their own.
No, for
but
sure.
When you bring the two of them together,
they have to bounce off of each other.
Oh, it's magical. It's funny.
Yeah. They have
really
a good contrast together. So
100%. Yeah.
Anyway, let's go ahead and move into rating and reviewing this movie.
Let's review this bitch.
What is that?
I will fucking hit you with this thing. Sit down.
What is that?
What is she pointing at?
Put the spoon down, you psycho.
Yeah, I know you're going for the spoon. I'm not a fucking moron.
Here, give me the spoon. Okay, now what are you pointing at?
Nothing.
That's what I thought. You're going for the spoon. Because.
What were you giving the spoon back for? Smack the crap out of me.
Sit down.
Not if you sit down.
This is only a defense thing. It's not a fucking offense thing. Thank you for Frank. Welcome back, buddy. Don't fucking touch my shit.
Okay, Vegeta's still here. He's ready to eat the mushroom.
He came down here and got all this stuff put up, made it real pretty.
And she just destroys.
That's what kids do.
She destroys.
That's what kids do.
Give me my coaster back.
You got one right there. Just shut the fuck up and let's get into this.
I know,
thing.
I just stole it back.
Actually, this one was yours, but whatever.
I like the star one better, because I'm a star.
Okay.
It's
more like
a
Patrick
quote
Star.
From the movie. I'm a star. No,
Yeah.
please, I'm a star.
She's Patrick Star.
No, this is Patrick.
All right. Anyway.
I called the Krusty Krab. Yeah.
Krusty,
Can I get a burger? Is this the Krusty Krab?
No,
this is Patrick.
See what you got started?
Yeah. Like I said, Patrick Star. All right.
So they're going to be doing the jellyfish dance.
Yeah. What did you think of
Stop.
Throw Mama from the Train from 1987?
I think Mama would give the wooden spoon back to
She'd
Owen.
make you eat that wooden spoon.
You know, she'd
Mama
have to
doesn't
catch
need a
me
wooden
first.
spoon, are you
She
kidding?
would have to catch
She's
me
got
first.
a cane.
Got fucking shoes.
She got
You're
a
right,
cane
she
and a tongue
spawns.
that'll whip you into shape. She's mean.
You're right, she just spawns, doesn't she? I'd run away and she'd just appear beside me.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the movie. It was funny. It had its good moments. I didn't fall asleep, so that's a good thing.
Yep.
I laid my head down, but my eyes never closed. So, I will give it a 6. That's a pretty good rating for me if I didn't fall asleep at all.
For me, it's got a few good comedic moments. I think it holds up better than City Slickers. It does feel slightly dated, but not too bad. City Slickers didn't feel dated really at all, but that was because I think of the setting.
Yeah.
The setting kind of.
When you get back into the city, it's dated as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for this, it didn't feel very dated. This movie feels more dated than that movie did, but it's still like, even though it's an 87, it doesn't feel like 87. It felt like this could have easily been like the early 90s, mid 90s.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like, that's what it felt like. It didn't feel like an 87 movie for some reason. I don't know why.
Felt more of the 87 when you start get to the Bahama area where she's sitting there with her
Not
hair
even
all...
then. It still felt like a 90s movie. It still
I
felt.
think he's talking more about the fashion, like what you saw people wearing. Her hair was very 80s.
Yeah.
I disagree. I still feel like it was just a 90s. It felt like the 90s to me. I don't know why. I don't know why. I kept going through this movie thinking like it was a 90s movie, but knowing that it was an 87 movie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, but maybe it was just because the movie had been updated too. Like digitally and all that.
The remaster.
Yeah.
Well,
so that could be why.
What was up with Fabio barking?
I don't know.
The fucking gardener.
Oh yeah, that was funny as fuck though.
But the movie, it's not bad. It's got a lot of good comedic moments, more so than City Slickers. I know I keep comparing it to that movie, but that's because these are both Billy Crystal movies. So, Danny DeVito really hits it for me in this one. He's the best part of the movie, and the reason why I'm going to give it a decent score because he's great in this movie. I loved him. He was my favorite part. I love the innocent parts, and I love the manipulative parts, and I loved him all together in this movie because it's good to see him in a role where he's not such a fucking disgusting prick. You know what I mean? Because
him just playing a human being is a nice change of pace.
It is,
being,
yeah.
The Penguin or Frank.
Yeah, exactly. So in this, I'm like, it's nice seeing him in a role that's not so just grotesque. You know what I mean? But aside from that, there's not a lot to say about this movie. Either you like it or you don't. And this is a movie that I'm kind of in the middle on, but more so I'm leaning towards liking it more. So I'm gonna give it a 5.5. I think it's good. It's not great. It's just kind of mid for me, I guess. I don't know. This is how I feel about it.
I like that the production value of it was kind of perfection in my mind, wherein they kept the timeline pretty tight. All of the scenes in it make sense to be there. There wasn't any waste in it.
Right.
And that's pretty rare anymore. You've got these 2-hour movies where you're going, yeah, you could have easily cut 20 minutes out of this. I didn't get any of that. It's hard, I guess, to do that with an 85-minute movie, but I think that's the reason it's 85 minutes, right? Is because whoever edited it, whoever looked at these scenes and was like, yeah, these are perfect, and they left them in it, and that's very well done. I like a lot of the comedy. I like the dynamic between Danny DeVito and Billy Crystal's character. I don't think that they exist very well without the other, because, Danny DeVito's character comes off kind of pathetic on his own, even though you find out later that he's absolutely not pathetic.
Right. And I think Billy Crystal's character, even with Danny DeVito in the movie, is only just tolerable.
Well, without Danny DeVito's character, his character is very shallow, self-centered,
and whiny.
Any one of those adjectives. But the thing, or whatever, the thing that you love to see is at the end where they've both changed, right?
Yeah.
And
for the
better because he's looking at what once was an annoyance to him. Owen is now a very good friend, and Owen has gained a friend, and he never had that before, and he's kind of understanding what a two-way street means,
right? Which
I think is part of the reason that he was so manipulative. He didn't understand what a two-way street was for a friendship. But yeah, I don't really have any qualms about it. There was nothing really that I could say was wrong with it. It's just kind of meh. Mm-hmm. But I do really like that production value, that they kept it short and they kept it concise and they kept it neat. So I'm with Madison. I'm giving it a 6.
Okay. So I'm going to kind of keep this a short and sweet. I was actually at a 6 with this at the beginning with my review. And then the more I thought about it, I really enjoyed the comedic value of it, and the other stuff you guys brought up. And then I started thinking about, there's one scene in particular where, you kind of get to know about Owen's character a little bit more when he brought out the coins.
Yeah.
And
I did like that.
Yeah.
That brought into with,
gives you a little bit more backstory, a little more understanding of his character.
So I felt that kind of brought more of a feel good to the movie a little bit more.
I agree with that.
So
yeah.
I brought that up to another. I brought another point up to that, so I gave it a 7 for myself.
Yeah, I agree with that. That part there, that scene
point.
Was actually a really good
and
scene.
then that brought
that.
their friendship a little bit closer. So
I think it helped Billy Crystal's character.
It helped build their characters a little bit more.
It's the scene that made him human.
Yeah.
Billy Crystal's character's eyes. Made him go, wait a minute, okay, this guy's got some shit.
That's why I said it helped build their characters a little bit more. So that's why I was like, okay, I'll give it another point for that.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree. That's very good. So that's a 6.125.
Alrighty. Madison, you did Rotten Tomatoes this week?
Yes, ma'am.
Fuck. This fucking movie. For critics, I think I'm gonna go
52.
Ooh, really?
I was gonna say 65.
I think it's even higher than that. I bet it's in the 80s. I think people really like this movie. It's still like has had a huge following for. Oh, I think it still has a following. I'm just gonna say 80. Yeah, I think that's fair.
Karen's gonna take it.
What is it?
It's a 65 or 64.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
I think audience is the same. I'm gonna stick with 65.
Hold on, let me read the critics real quick. The critics' consensus is Danny DeVito's direction is too broad to offer the kind of nastiness that would have made Throw Mama from the Train truly special. But DeVito's on-screen chemistry with co-star Billy Crystal made this a smoothly entertaining comedy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going with 57.
I bet it's higher than what was the critics?
64.
64. I'm gonna go 75. I guess. What was yours?
65. I just kept it the same.
65.
Eric's gonna take it to 55.
Oh wow, Jesus Christ! People did not like this movie that much. It's about where we were actually.
Yeah, we were a little higher, but I mean, I think we're basing.
No, I'm talking about like in general. If you compare.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah.
just around where we are with it.
Yeah.
So.
Let's see. We got a 1.5 stars. Throw Mama from the Train was watchable. Billy Crystal saved the movie, but I could not stand Danny DeVito's character one bit. He was very annoying and a pest.
Opposite?
Yeah.
I think
we got
that's the point.
Yeah, I think they did too.
You got a 1 star. This comedy is a prime example of a good idea for a movie, but nothing to say about that idea. Seriously, it's as if the screenplay was written on a napkin. A great title and premise does not make a great movie, and this film is proof. We got a super reviewer, you guys.
Ooh.
For 1.5 stars. Ugh. That's how it starts.
It'd been better if it was just that.
Yeah, if all it said was
Reviewed.
And
Done.
and
That's
tie,
it.
Give me a cookie.
It says, and tie the director to the tracks. This is mindless dreck with a supremely annoying and unimaginative cast.
Unimaginative dreck? Oh my.
What the fuck is this guy? I don't even know. Whatever.
2 stars. Throw Mama from the Train has a limited number of laughs and fails to be charismatic despite its talented cast.
That's not necessarily wrong.
No?
There's not very much charisma in this movie. That's why it's pretty
There's really
meh.
not. Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't reach a point of like, holy shit, that was, you know.
You never quite get to the point where you're like, this is amazing, or
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
hilarious. Like, it was just
It never
funny.
gets to that point. It's just kind of like, all the way through, you know. Had a few good laughable chuckles
For sure.
moments and
A few laugh out louds.
yeah,
Liar.
but other than that, like it was kind of like
Liar!
through the most of the part, you're just like, you know, like it was.
You
it was
lied
there.
to me. Did you say liar or did you say you lied to me?
I thought you said liar and
I
then
thought he
smacked
said
him.
liar too.
I think it's definitely a movie that you mostly just put on in the back. You could put on in the background, and that's about
Sorry,
it.
I'm just thinking about that pan.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
yeah.
sound of the pan even made
Yeah.
it. Boom.
That was a good part.
This is Cousin Paulie's kid. We don't have a Cousin Paulie.
Liar! Smack.
We got a 1.5 stars right here from Maddie C.
Everyone in that part like 3 times.
Maddie
I
C,
laughed
was that
too
you,
damn
Madison
hard.
Kramer?
Madison.
It says, Mama would definitely give Owen the spoon.
So you're saying you're Owen?
Yeah, so give me a spoon.
Why would Owen give you the spoon? I'm not Owen.
I said Mama would definitely give Owen the spoon.
Good thing I'm not Mama or Owen.
No, but you act like her. You smack me with that and I'm leaving.
You act like her, but she doesn't want to get him the spoon.
This is Frank's little brother.
You mean Frank's big brother?
Spank.
No, little brother. Look how much bigger Frank's head is than his.
Only big brothers beat up people, Dad. That's why you don't have the balls to do it.
Ooh, that was a dare.
He's hangry.
Read, come on, read.
Anyways,
She's
Karen,
not
you
gonna be here
want
next
to
week.
know what I called Dad
She'll be dead.
yesterday? You
Probably.
want to know what I called Dad yesterday?
No.
So he got done washing his hands, and I said, "Don't touch me," because if the soap didn't kill you, then it doesn't kill 100% of germs. And he was like, how long did it take you to come up with that one? I was like, just the 3 seconds that it took me to answer you, and he was like, well, it wasn't good. And I was like,
She made me sound like I was like irritated by the whole thing, and I definitely was. I was like, well, it wasn't good. She definitely made me sound a lot more irritated about the whole ordeal than I was.
That literally sounded like a scene from a sitcom. Come on, that was hilarious. You are now a TV dad.
Well, I grew up on TV, Dad, so
you want to put the spoon down now?
I'm not doing anything. I'm just.
You want to put the spoon down now? I can't read
TV
until
dads.
I can't read until I'm comfortable, and I'm uncomfortable right now.
It's down.
On the ground, all the way over there. All the way over there. All the
It's
way over
not
the ground.
leaving.
Over
No.
the way.
It's not leaving.
Shut up and just read.
Can
will
you
ya?
just put that down
I'm putting it down. All right. Look.
without touching it at all?
Frank's gonna hold
TV
it.
dads won't use the spoon.
Yeah.
They just have kind, nurturing words to say to their children.
Like me.
I guess he's not a TV dad then.
You made him
He's
sound
just
like
a
one.
germ. He's just a germ that can't be killed. He's one of the ones that survive. The 0.01% of the germ-X's that survive. You know what I mean?
Like those Mucinex things.
Frank's
He's
holding our
floating
spoon
around
for
there.
us.
He's one of the Mucinex
That's nice.
dads. Like the germs, they all have families and everything. He's one of the dads.
You notice
From
that
the
the spoon's
Mucinex.
looking at you?
You notice that the spoon is actually looking at his brother like a freak. Just saying. Look at him. His eyes are all
Just
weird
read the
and
fucking
googly.
comments, man.
I was trying to lighten the mood since you were holding a spoon, and I can't
you
read
just-
whenever
you
I'm
annoy the mood.
uncomfortable. I annoyed the mood?
Yeah.
What does that mean? A 1.5 stars. Spoiler alert, that other comment doesn't exist.
I figured.
No, you didn't.
I
A
think
star
we
and a
put
half.
that together.
I think she's nervous.
Just didn't work for me. Jokes seem half-baked, and overall the movie was fairly
Baked's
dull.
funny.
Having to deal with the
we need to have that
irritate-
in the box.
I think it is in the box. Or it's on the list.
What is
It better be.
Half-baked.
I'm pretty
sure it's on the list.
And overall the movie was fairly dull. Having to deal with the irritating mother was bad enough. She was funny though.
Why am I looking on here? You have that open.
2 stars. Saw it and it just
Shut
wanted me in.
Are
Whoa.
you half-baked?
Saw it and just
Yeah.
wanted to read my e-reader. Oh my god, that comment was all the way back in 2011. I don't even know what an e-reader is, you guys.
No, it is not in the
I don't
box.
either.
An e-reader? It's like a Kindle.
Is it?
Yeah.
An electronic reader.
2 stars. It has
in the
its
name.
moments, but there are few and far between.
I figured that.
All of these comments are from like 2009, 2010.
I think people
2011.
forgot about this movie after that.
It is on the rolling list.
I figured.
Last one.
Okay.
2 stars. Average at. Oh, wait, 2 more. 2 stars, average at best. The elements were there. Not sure where it went wrong. It was missing something to say the least. Okay, last one. This is a 3-star, but it says, I love Momma. Get me a kioke. No, don't. You don't have any friends. You're fat and stupid.
What the fuck?
That's how she spoke. You're fat and stupid.
I didn't get a southern accent out of it.
Sorry,
Or is
that happens sometimes. I do that on accident. That's because I make fun of my old ones.
Are you
so
talking about the
much.
mom talk like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She added an N into like every.
She had a speech impediment.
Yeah, it was funny.
It's not nice.
I thought it was funny.
You're gonna feel real bad when trivia comes around.
No.
Is she though?
She should.
I wouldn't.
I make fun of the kids at school.
Most of them deserve it.
Yeah, I know.
All right, is that it?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay. Jesus. All right, let's move on here. Let's get to that trivia. Fuck, which one?
Sweet ass trivia with Karen.
Hi, that's me.
This is Karen over here.
Let's do trivia.
You should start saying that every episode. Hi,
Hi,
that's me.
I'm Karen.
And today we're gonna talk about. No, never mind. That's not gonna work. I was trying to think of one of those Sully Jesse Raphael titles, like my kid came back from the army with 17 clown cars. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
No, you should just say, "Hi, I'm Karen. Welcome to trivia."
Okay, Orion needed to approach Warner Brothers about getting permission to use the references to strangers on a train, but Warner wasn't keen to cooperate. Warner realized that Orion still owned the rights to Arthur from 1981, so they traded the Alfred Hitchcock classic to make an Arthur sequel, Arthur 2 on the Rocks. Turned out to be a complete disaster at the box office, whereas Throw Momma from the Train was the 13th most successful movie of 1987.
Really? Wow. 87 must have been a slow year.
Anne Ramsey's speech impediment was caused by operations she underwent in order to treat throat cancer.
Oh my god.
During filming, she was undergoing additional oral surgery and endured intense pain. However, according to director Danny DeVito, she never requested to be excused from work. Momma went on to become Ramsey's most critically lauded performance, culminating with Academy Award nominations for Best Supporting Actress in 1988. Sadly, she died only 6 months after the ceremony because of that very same throat cancer.
There's this kid in middle school.
She doesn't have to feel it. We said far worse things about people on this fucking podcast.
They deserved it.
Did they, though?
Probably. I'm going to go, if I said it, yes, they did.
There is this kid in middle school that had cancer.
Okay, that's different. Like,
no, there wasn't. She got over it. By the time she came back to school.
She got over it. I don't think she got over it.
I can't with you. I can't.
It's okay. She got over it. No. Even if she's cured of it, she still isn't over it.
Well, for like
they
half the
have
school,
scans their whole lives and stuff too, right?
well,
like not all the time, but
well, they have to be
go back
screened. They have to be screened every
they
so
have a
often.
higher chance of getting it again.
Yeah.
But also, even if she was completely cured, she'll never be over it because she did, in fact, at one point have cancer.
Yes.
So throughout the rest of her life, she's going to advocate for
there's
people who
always
have
going to be
cancer.
reminders.
Listen,
there's always going to be, you know.
She had it for like half the school year, okay? She was on the announcements every day. They said her name. Her name got annoying, okay? Because everyone was always talking about her. And I was like, okay, but like...
Madison.
What about that fight that happened the other day, you guys? What about that? And they were
Madison,
like, fight.
Let me be the
wait,
first.
I'm not done.
You see my frustrations now, Karen?
And then...
Why everyone's like, oh,
whenever
Madison's
she came
such a
back
good
cured
kid.
from
She's
cancer,
a fucking
she
asshole.
always wore a mask like she was in danger.
Okay. Let me be the first person to apologize profusely for her cancer inconveniencing your life.
For the 10 seconds that it probably took to announce her name over the intercom.
She said thank you.
You're going to hell. You're going to hell.
Dude, that was already decided a long time ago. That's not news to me.
I mean, we'll see you down there, but you're going to probably a deeper level of hell.
Yeah, like the 6 ring.
Yeah, right. Like, we'll be on like the 1st or 2nd floor. She'll be on like the 7th floor.
There's at least air conditioning on the 1st floor.
Yeah.
Satan's sitting here going, looking at her like, what
I wish I had a daughter like you. You know what I mean? Like,
matter of fact.
Matter of fact, you were talking about a stroke, correct?
Anne Ramsey slaps Danny DeVito's face for real. While she was hesitant to do so, DeVito insisted on a real slap. When Larry reads the book... Oh, I totally forgot about this part. When Larry reads the book titled 100 Girls I'd Like to Pork...
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
That guy.
He actually put out the book. Did you see it on Hilarious?
I saw it, yeah.
The word pork is clearly dubbed because
I know. So I was like, hold on. He definitely said fuck.
Yeah, I know. Like, I was like, oh, his mouth just did the cha-cha, but he said...
I was like, was that done on purpose, or what's going on here? Is this dubbed, or do they have to re-edit this?
It was dubbed, and is at a different volume and doesn't match his lip movements. The original likely was fuck, having been changed as fuck cannot be said in a sexual content without receiving an R rating from the MPAA. I called this when we were watching this. The tunnel in the film is Observatory Tunnel at Griffith Park in Los Angeles. This is the same tunnel that was seen in Back to the Future in 1985 and Who Framed Roger Rabbit in 1988. All three films were released within a 4-year period of 1985 to 88. Danny DeVito travels in a sunset cab, a nod to the Sunshine Cab Company he worked for in the television series Taxi. Bill Murray was considered for the role of Larry Donner and Robin Williams for the role of Owen.
Okay, so if you would have put Bill Murray and even leaving Robin Williams out, Bill Murray and Danny DeVito would have been fucking great.
Yeah,
I could have definitely seen that.
Yeah, and here's the thing. You don't want Bill Murray and Robin Williams in those roles because you've got two very big personalities.
Yeah,
that's true.
They would have clashed.
That would clash. You have competing. It'd be competing all the time. You want somebody that's got a very big personality and a very small personality.
And Danny DeVito and Bill Murray could have really played off of each other.
Yes, and that's what you need. You need somebody that you can bounce off of. So you need somebody. You don't want too big.
I think if you would have had Bill Murray and Robin Williams in this movie, it would have been a completely different movie.
100%.
It would have been more. Well, I don't know. Is
you
it
might
a movie
have
that we might have wanted? Because I mean, it sounds like it could have gotten a lot more funny.
Yeah, but the only thing that I'm saying is that it would lose a little bit of that,
like that charm, kind of like that.
Yeah, or what you're supposed to be getting out
that
of
subtle
Owen.
drama.
Yeah, Owen and Billy Crystal, like their relationship.
Yeah, that's true.
You'd be missing so much in that, and that really is like the best thing about the movie.
That's one thing about, like, with Bill Murray, if he would have taken the role instead of Billy Crystal, I don't think, like, that heartfelt moment between them with the coins, you wouldn't have got that as much if it had been Bill Murray in that position, because Bill Murray can't convey
a heartfelt.
Convey.
I mean, yeah,
like he
can, but it's more so he can do it in the capacity where he's like trying to show love for someone. I've seen that.
Yeah, but he doesn't do compassion very well.
No, more so like when he's trying to show that he loves somebody. Like this is probably a bad example, but like in Ghostbusters, how he is with what's her name? Like in those more tender moments, you can see like he really like Peter really like loves her. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but he also does it with some sort of like some bit of sarcasm. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I'm saying he does a good job with that part because he's trying to show love for someone, right?
Right.
But to have a very serious, like, hey, my dad, these coins, and that wouldn't. He doesn't.
It wouldn't translate.
That's what I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah,
He
it
doesn't
wouldn't translate
do good
well with him.
With the serious moment, he can convey emotion, just not on a serious level.
But I could see him doing a lot of the other parts really well, because especially after seeing him in like Scrooged.
Yeah.
And being in positions of vulnerability and being taken advantage of.
You know what? You bring up a good point with Scrooge, though. That end
he can be
speech that he does, he was very sincere in that.
Yeah, but it's still he still has like some cynicism and some sarcasm.
Not when he gets serious. Not when he starts crying.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I can't take him seriously.
But I think that he would have to... Oh, I do in that scene. No, you brought it up. I'd forgotten about it. But I can in that scene just because, he cries. I've never seen Bill Murray cry. And that was real.
I don't know. I've never been able to take him seriously.
I can in that one.
Yeah.
But no, I think that it has to be real for him, though. To convey
I could probably take Bill Murray as a serious actor if he really wanted to. If he wanted to take that serious role.
I don't think I could.
I think it would depend. Because, there was a time when I didn't think I could take Ryan Reynolds seriously.
Mm-hmm.
I still can't take Ryan Reynolds seriously.
Watch Buried.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No, yeah, does a pretty good job in that Amityville horror movie.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, he can do serious roles.
That was the entire reason I saw that in theaters, was because when I saw that Ryan Reynolds was playing the dad, I was like,
yeah, all right.
Van Wilder?
Yeah.
What? I mean, and he fucking nails it.
He fucking nailed it.
Yeah.
So Eric's got a point. He could, maybe. I mean, because, like, you brought up Scrooged and that, yeah, that would convince me that he could.
Maybe. I guess Bill Murray's gotten better at doing that at an older age now. More serious roles. He's got a movie coming out, actually, with Pete Davidson. And I wouldn't mind seeing... Where I think they both play hitmen. But they're partners or some shit. Some shit like that.
I'd watch that.
Anyway, continue.
One more, and that is it. When Owen and Larry save Mama Liv from falling off the train, Anne Ramsey performed the stunt herself without the use of a stunt double. Originally, the film was to end with Owen revealing to Larry that Mama died from choking on a salted nut. Because remember, she says
Salted
he
nuts.
buys her the salted nuts instead of the
Trying to kill her.
unsalted ones. The salted ones make her choke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny.
The salted ones make me choke.
But yeah, so she was dying of cancer and did her own stunts, too. What do you think of that, Madison?
She's on a fucking trip today. All right, well.
What's in the box? What's in the fucking box?
Can I get in the box?
Yeah, no.
Why?
Stay over there.
Why? Can I get in the box?
You want to get fucked up? This is how you get fucked up.
Yeah. Stay over there.
Karen,
What?
please.
Shut up.
I'm not getting
Please.
in the...
Please.
No.
Oh, man.
What do you got?
I can't talk about it.
Is it Fight Club?
Can we
All right.
switch it out for Fist Fight?
No.
But I want to watch that movie so bad.
Sorry?
No, you're not.
You're right, I'm not.
Germs can't be sorry.
1999, and
They're relentless.
it is not on anything other than Rent.
I own this one? I think
Pretty
I do
sure
own
we
this
do
one.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I own this. I'm pretty sure I bought this one.
How are we gonna do this though?
What do you mean?
We can't talk about it.
Well, it's going to be a short podcast.
Fine.
Hi. Bye.
Okay.
We watched. Well, see you next week.
You guys are gonna like this one. You gotta make sure you still hit the buttons, though.
What button? Oh, yeah. All right, so next week it's going to be that movie that shall not be named.
Fight
Because
Club.
we can't talk about
Fight
it.
Club.
Well, you're kicked out.
So
Club.
we're not having a
Fight
podcast
Club.
then, since we can't talk about it.
We'll have the podcast. It'll be really short. It'll be us introducing ourselves, talking about the internet, doing a creator profile, and then being like, well,
That's it.
our movie this week was, well, bye.
Yeah. It's just like a black streak
Yeah.
for 5 seconds and then, well, bye.
And we all come out bloody and bruised.
That was the movie.
No, we should actually fight. Me and Dad should fight on camera. That could be the movie.
We should.
I'll win. I won last time.
What?
He's old, so he got really tired,
It's what
and
it's
then I just
been.
ran out of the house and I won.
I think I won because you were out of my house.
He didn't. He didn't. He fell back on the ground because I hurt his shoulder.
I don't remember this. I must have been drunk.
He was.
Scary to say like that. I know how this went down.
He was drunk, and then I hit him in the shoulder, and he got hurt. So he just laid on the bathroom floor for minutes.
Is that whenever we broke the Swiffer?
Yes.
He broke the Swiffer.
Yeah, Crystal was upset about that.
Yeah.
But I replaced it. I bought her a new one. She was still bitching about it. I was like, I bought you a new one. She's like, no, you didn't. I was like, yeah,
That's
we
a brand
did.
new one.
That's a brand new one in there. Oh, I guess it is. This was like months later, too. I'm like, do you never use it? I didn't understand.
You never use it? And you're complaining?
Yeah. So next week, we're going to do Fight Club. Don't forget to check out the socials down there. Yeah. So, anybody else got anything? Anything? No? Well,
Well, bye.
what were you going to press?
I don't know.
Oh.
You're like, psych.
Don't give a fuck, Keisha.
Yep,
That's a
there
good
it
one.
is.
That's it, yeah. I think we should hear that bump at least once every podcast.
Probably, yeah.
It's one of the best ones we have
Yeah.
because we don't.
That
give
is such
fuck.
a good movie. Oh
Keisha?
my god.
It is
Yeah.
a
Is
good
that
movie.
that's the first one, right?
Haunted House? Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's great. And that was the best part in the whole movie. I don't give a fuck, Keisha. You got ghosts, cuz!
Cut it out, Ray Ray. You're gonna make it mad.
I forget so much about that movie, so then when somebody brings it up and I start remembering shit.
I see clips every once in a while. I'm like, that movie's so good.
It is.
It's so fucking funny.
It's a banging Annabelle.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my god.
It wasn't Annabelle. It was the ghost. It
Yeah.
was one of the ghosts.
I thought it was the.
Was it the ghost or was the ghost banging the woman?
The ghost was banging the woman.
Yeah, the ghost was banging the woman.
I was gonna say I thought he.
And then the
banged Annabelle.
ghost tried to bang him.
Yeah, that's what it was. Didn't it bang him?
Yeah, I think so.
His ass was sore the next day or some shit.
Yeah.
And he watched the video clip the next day. He's
Yeah.
like, and then he was like, "Oh!"
Oh.
He like tried to cover it up from her watching it.
Yeah. That shit was fucking funny.
Cut it out, Ray Ray. You're gonna make him mad.
Next week
Don't
for
give a
our
fuck.
spooky month, we're just gonna do all the scary movies and the haunted house movies.
Oh my god. Next Friday the 13th is what we should celebrate, and we should just watch all of them. Because I won't be here for, that.
I'm sorry.
Screw you.
All right. Anyway, next week, Fight Club. Don't talk about it. You can watch it. You just can't talk about it. But until then,
I'll see you.
bye.
Adios.
Goodbye.
Bye.